What you doing, girl, with all that?
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Miss K Love and I'm back with a new video. Today's video is going to be pretty much talking to you guys about how I achieved this look using 3 bundles and a frontal. Yes sis, I made my first frontal wig and I'm super proud of myself. It definitely was a tasky project, but I was able to accomplish it. With that being said, I went ahead and recorded how I made my wig for the first time, how I plucked it, how I got this beautiful fall color. It's giving me fall vibes and the colors are going to be included as well, brands, everything. So if you want to know some more information about this hair that I got from Nadula, then make sure you keep watching. Alright loves, so let's go ahead and get into some details about this company. Nadula sent me 3 bundles of 16, 18, 20 inch body wave, and your girl got a 14-inch frontal to go with that. Nadula sells really good quality hair, 100% virgin hair, and Nadula has a YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, so make sure you guys go check them out. Now let's go ahead and get into this frontal. This frontal is very transparent, as you can see, and it has some customization already done to it, so you don't even have to go in and customize it because they send it very natural. Now as you can see, it looks very full, and it is full and very soft. It is true to length and the bundles are not thin, so how good is that? That is like A+ right there already, right? So now you guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a wig from scratch. Now we have a good base to start with, which is this frontal. This frontal is so good to work with because it is so thin and it's not going to have you doing a whole bunch of work. Now let's go ahead and get started into making this wig. You're going to need some materials and I'm going to show you guys what you may need, and we're also going to be bleaching these bundles. So let's go ahead and get started. You guys, I already went ahead and bleached my knots. I have a video up on that already if you want some guidance for that. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get started on bleaching our hair. So you're just gonna need some developer and some bleaching powder. I am using the 40 volume or the 30 volume, and sometimes I mix both just to get a brighter color. So what you're gonna do is mix and put 2 scoops of your powder to get a real good consistency. You want something like liquidy. Again, we're bleaching the hair, not the actual frontal. Okay, so what I'm doing right here is just pretty much parting out the front of my frontal, and I learned this technique through Sociology on YouTube. She is a really good YouTuber when it comes to dyeing wigs and, you know, just overall slaying wigs, sis. So make sure you check her out. So what I'm doing here is just separating the hair, and I'm doing this because I want to bleach this last and I don't want it as bright as the rest of the hair. And I'm pretty much just gonna make sure I do like small highlights in the front, and that's where I'm pretty much gonna be plucking and customizing, so I'm doing that part last. So I already had cut small pieces of foil, you know, any type of foil, and you want to make sure you're using gloves because you're messing with chemicals and it can, you know, harm your hands and it's just not safe. So make sure you're wearing gloves and it can get messy, so just, yeah, protect yourself. So these are the foil pieces that I'm using. I made them by myself. Yay me. But I pretty much like to start bleaching towards the end because I want the ends brighter than the roots. So I'm going for like an ombre effect, if you get what I'm saying. So the ends will be brighter and the roots are going to be darker. So when you do this, guys, you want to make sure that you're getting the bleach evenly between the strands of hair, because sometimes when you don't do it correctly, it can leave harsh lines and it doesn't look cute when you're done, and you're gonna have to go back in and fix it, which is like a whole bunch of work. So let's go ahead and get it right the first time. So when you're bleaching, get your rat tail comb, small teeth comb, and comb right through the hair and make small streaks in the root area so it looks highlighted, and make sure you're putting enough application on the hair. Sometimes people don't put enough and some areas don't get bleached. And you're going to proceed on to the next one after you put your tin foil down. So what that foil does is protect the lace from getting bleached, because you don't want to over bleach your lace and it looks crazy. So that's what that does, and that's the little trick I learned from Sophiology on YouTube. So this is going to be sped up, and you guys are pretty much going to get the point, and I just do this throughout the whole frontal. So you came this far, sis. You are finished dyeing your frontal. The hardest part is over, I promise you. So now we're gonna go ahead and bleach those front strands and make them, you know, nice and highlighted. We don't want them too dark, that's why we dyed it last. And again, work your way from bottom to top. And you guys, after this, I'm pretty much just washing it out. I did one rinse and I didn't condition it because we gotta apply our dye. So once you're done with this, you're just gonna wrap it up, leave it in for about 15 minutes max, because again, for the 5th time, we don't want it too bright. And I'm using a Tresemme shampoo, and once you're finished with this, I use the same technique as I used when I was bleaching. I put the foils in between each strand of hair and use my brush to bleach the hair, because you guys, it can get messy and you don't want any dye on your lace. So this is the part that is the hardest to me. However, you can do it, sis. You can do it. You can comb the hair out if you want. As you can see, I just have a little bit of hair, just a little bit of shedding, and that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on the bundles. The bundles do take more application, so you want to make sure you have enough application when you're making the mix. Also, when you are dyeing your bundles, make sure you flip it over so you can get the other side, and making sure you get in between the hair, sis. I promise you do not want to mess this up because it can get messy. As you can see, we're using the Express Kiss color in paprika and in cinnamon. We're mixing that together to achieve this beautiful cherry, orangey, I don't know what to call it. Let's just call it the beautiful starburst. That's what we're gonna call it, the beautiful starburst. So I'm just being messy with it. You can be, you know, perfect with it, but it's dye, so it's pretty much going to get everywhere. You can lay a trash bag down, but what I'm doing is using my mixing bowl and my brush to add the dye. So now that you've done all the hard work, the fun part comes to a start. We're gonna go ahead and sew down our frontal to our dome cap. So this is just a regular dome cap I got from a beauty supply store, and it is the spandex material. So with our frontal, when we sew, we want to do ear to ear. You can make markings to make sure you're measuring it's the right measurement. So what I mean by that is putting a stocking cap on your head and then outlining it with a white pencil. I wanted to show you guys, but I did not have enough space on my card, but there's plenty of videos up to show you guys that actual technique. When you sew your frontal, you want to make sure that the lace in the front is floppy and not fitted. So if it's fitted, it's not correct. Make sure the front is a little floppy in the front. And we're just gonna go ahead and sew that down, and you know, just the regular sewing method, nothing major. When you do get to the end, you want to make a double loop so that locks and secure your sewing and nothing comes unraveled. So yeah, this is the easy part, I promise you. Also, use your T-pins. Your T-pins is a good guidance to help you if you're a beginner like me. Now this part is optional, but I feel like every wig maker beginner wig maker should do this. It is a guidance, and I'm using just a regular white eyeliner pencil to help me with measurements on where I'm going to be placing my wefts. And I am double tracking. I'm not cutting until I get to the top so it can lay flat. But this helps a lot because, sis, you do not want to sew in the wrong part of your wig. It would just not turn out right, and then you're going to be, you know, over sewing, and you might not have enough bundles. Like, you just want to make sure you're sewing it at the right measurement. So, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but you want to try to do it as perfect as you can. So what I'm doing right now is just sewing on my bundles, and I'm using the T-pins for guidance to help me. These T-pins are sent from heaven. Lord Jesus, thank you for these, because if it wasn't here, honey, trying to hold these bundles and wefts by yourself and sew at the same time is just not where it's at. I don't care how advanced I am, these T-pins will always be right next to me while I'm sewing my wig. Some people say they like to cut the wefts. However, I just found it quicker to just go ahead and just fold the weft. Now, when I got to the top, I did cut it because I wanted it to lay flat. And I just went ahead and sewed my wig together, and it came out really good. I did have to go back in and do some extra sewing, but not too much. So I'm going for the sleeky straight look, and as you can see, the wig has its body, and I'm just using my flat iron on the highest heat and just going through it with my small teeth comb, and you guys are finished. This is the finished product, and I hope this helped. Again, it's the first time for everything, and I'm very proud of what I achieved. Thank you guys. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. It's free. You know, hit the notification bell so you know when a video is uploading, and you know I'm all here for the hair stuff. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe. So let's get into some details about the hair. So this hair is from Nadula. It is a 16, 18, 20 inch body wave bundles, and I have a 14-inch frontal. So, you know, a frontal is from ear to ear, and when I first got the frontal, it was very transparent. It had its baby hairs. It was plucked, you know, plucked enough. However, I did went in and did my own plucking to my liking. The bundles are, again, 16, 18, and 20. You know, the bundles can go up to 28 inches. Also, the color that I used in this unit were the Expressions color. Comes in a silver bottle. You can find it at your local beauty supply store. I used paprika, and I used a little bit of cinnamon. So yes, I did mix the colors together. Now, when it comes to Nadula hair, they have all types of wigs, all types of bundles, curly, straight, body wave, Brazilian, Malaysian, so forth on. So make sure you check their Instagram out as well as their website. I will link everything below in the description box. Now, when I first got the hair, it was very, very soft, you guys. It had no tangles, no smell, no nothing, no shedding, none of that stuff. The hair was absolutely beautiful. It was so beautiful to the point I really didn't want to bleach it, but I just wanted a new look for the fall. And honey, when I say that these bundles took bleach so well, I did not have to go back and re-bleach the hair. So when I bleached it, it did strip. You know, when you bleach your bundles, your hair is going to get stripped because the bleach is so strong. However, my body, the body and texture in the hair is still there, still flowy. It's not stiff or anything like that. Because I've had hair before where I've bleached it and it's just very stiff and dry. However, I did use a little bit of argan oil to regain its silkiness back, but again, if I didn't use it, the hair still had its moisture to it. And the shampoo and conditioner that I use, I did not use silicone because I was simply out. I normally use silicone, but I just used the Tresemme shampoo and conditioner and it worked out perfectly fine. So you guys, Nadula did send me some goodies. They sent me a netted wig cap along with the bundles. So you're gonna get a packaging that looks just like this, and it has all your hair care instructions on the back, as well as their social media links, YouTube, and just overall their platform. So, you know, you're gonna get your box, and this is the wig cap they sent me. And yeah, so package really nice, good communication. I love Nadula and I love their hair quality. I'm not just saying it because it's, you know, sponsored, but they really do have good quality hair. For me, dyeing this wig has definitely, you know, showed me a lot, because if you have not seen my other video, I have a wig, and that wig had lasted me. Still has its great body texture. I love silky straight hair. However, I'm definitely gonna curl this hair with a wand. I'm just waiting on the time to buy a really nice wand. I have a wand now, but it is super thin or small, I don't know, but it's not. I want big barrel curls when I curl this hair, so I'm just waiting on to buy the perfect wand. So I will definitely do a video on that to show you guys how this hair curls. Yeah, so just go ahead and get into how I made this wig and how I colored it, you know, how I achieved this color. Brand dye that I use, as you've seen in the clips, is the Express color in paprika and cinnamon. I used more paprika and a little bit of cinnamon to get this beautiful color, you guys. So I used about 3 bottles of this and 1 bottle of this, and just mix it together in a mixing bowl. Like I said, this hair takes bleach really good, and as you can see, the color is just really pretty. I was going for something a little darker. Dried, I was just like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. You know, it's definitely brighter, but that's okay. Definitely mix your colors around so you can achieve something more like it'll be like a 2-tone color. It won't be just one color. Had I just used this, it might have been too orange, so I toned it down with cinnamon, which was a little darker, and that's what gave me this color. I never tried to use this color before. I just went ahead and was experimenting. Also, I did want to let you guys know, when you are bleaching your hair, make sure you are wearing gloves and something over your face. Don't be like me and just go full blown. I've bleached hair before, so I know what I'm doing. However, to each his own, but I think just to be on the safe side, when you're mixing chemicals, you want to make sure that you are safe. I did let the bleach process for about 30 minutes, and I bleached my frontal first because I wanted to get that out the way. Now, it was a little tricky, you know, and shout out to Sophiology. I looked at her videos back to back on her how to make a wig series, and let me tell you, definitely check her video out. It is very helpful. She's helped me a lot, and I just followed her steps and my wig turned out perfect. Yeah, so a lot of her tips and tricks in her video definitely makes a difference when making a wig. Cutting your foil pieces in little tiny squares to prevent the dye getting on your frontal or the bleach getting on your frontal. Also, you know, trying on a wig, plucking a wig, you know, like stuff like that. You definitely want to take your time when you're constructing your first wig, because you want it to turn out perfect. And now, it's not going to be super perfect, but as long as you're close to perfect, that's all that matters. And guess what? You can always start over. Just it's the best feeling to know that you actually accomplished something on your own without having to pay some coins to get a wig made. So now that I've done this, I definitely see myself making more wigs in the future. I always put elastic bands in my wigs just to have that extra secureness. I use Ghost Bomb glues to secure my wig, and I also use Blast and Freeze spray. I know that I don't use this, but I decided to use it to lay my baby hairs. I just wanted to play around with stuff again. You know, I use my spritz still, but I just wanted to play around with the Blast and Freeze spray. And I also had a wig head mannequin, if that makes sense. I don't know what it's called, but I didn't have the one with the stand. I just had the one that had the wraparound where you can connect it to a table or something. Let me show you guys this. And I got this off Amazon for $24.99. So, and it also came with clips and T-pins, and you're gonna need T-pins, sis, because it is a struggle when you're first doing it. You want to make sure you're not rushing, because you want to make sure this turns out lovely. So don't rush, you know, take your time. It took me about 2 days. That's because I kept stopping and going, and I wanted to make sure my bones were air dried and not blow dried. So that is pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to check out Nadula's hair, and I just love everything about this hair, you guys. Definitely check out their Instagram, YouTube, all their social media links will be linked below. And as always, loves, be bomb, be blessed, be better, but always be yourself. And I see you, loves, in my next video.